So this one asks, which value of x makes this inequality true? So this looks tricky. I know a lot of you see the inequality signs, you're like, oh my gosh, what the heck is that? But basically what this question is asking is, which of those numbers is between this number and this number? So we're looking for which of these four numbers is between 1/8 and 18%. So the first thing I would do is I would convert these numbers up top into decimal form. Because remember, when we're ordering numbers, when we are comparing numbers, we want everything to be in decimal form so it's easy. Alright, so 1/8, we type in 1 divided by 8 in our calculator, press Control, Enter, and we get that this is 0.125. Alright, 18%. For this one, we use Dr. Pepper, and we just move the decimal point 2 places to the left, so we get 0.18. So what we are doing is we're finding which answer choice, A through D, is between 0.125 and 0.18. So again, we want to convert all of these answer choices into decimals. So let's do this one. Again, to do this, we do 1 divided by 5 in our calculator, press Control Enter to get the decimal. We get 0.2. And we ask ourselves, is 0.2 between 0.125 and 0.18? It most definitely is not. It is greater than 0.18. So choice A is not our answer. 1.6 is nice. It's already given to us as a decimal. So again, we ask ourselves, is 1.6 between these two numbers? And the answer is no, because 1.6 is bigger than 0.18. Alright, answer choice C again. The tastemakers were really nice to us on this, and they gave us choice B and C already in decimal form. We don't have to do anything. So, we ask ourselves, is 0.09 between these two numbers? And the answer is no, it is not. It is less than 0.125, so the answer choice is not C. Finally, choice D, we have a nasty square root, so we need to use our calculators to solve this and to change the square root into a decimal form. We do that, we press the square root button on our calculators, type in 0.02, and we get 0.141421, and then there'll be some stuff at the end. So here, by process of elimination, or by realizing this, we see that this number is between these two numbers. This number is greater than 0.125, but it's also less than 0.18. So our answer choice is D. Alright, so this is a scatter plot question. These are pretty simple. All you have to remember is that scatter plot, if it asks us to predict something or estimate, we need to draw a trend line. So let's draw a trend line on our graph. Remember, trend lines do not have to go through the origin. They don't have to go through the origin here. They just have to go through the middle of our points. So do as best as you can. You are not given a ruler on the star or the common assessment, so just try to draw as straight of a line as you can. So there we go. So I draw a line through the middle of my points as best as you can, and it says what is the estimate if someone works 8 hours each week? Works out 8 hours each week. So we go up from 8, and we go over. That's not a very good line. And we see we are, based on the way I drew my trend line, we're about at 45 but we look for the closest one, and that's 50. So again, for these problems, if they ask us to predict a number based on another number, draw a trend line, and then go up from that number on the x-axis. Alright, so this is a Pythagorean theorem question. What we do is first we should write down our Pythagorean theorem formula. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So the Pythagorean theorem formula is given to you on your star reference sheet. It's at the bottom under, it's like a kind of a random assortment of things. So we write down a Pythagorean theorem formula. The next thing we do, whenever we see a right triangle, we want to find C. To find C, we draw an arrow out from our right angle. Our right angle points to C, so our C is 39. From here, we can pick either one of these to be A or B. Remember, A and B are our legs, and we're trying to solve for one of the legs. We don't know one of our legs, so I'm going to call this one A, and then B we don't know. So let's fill in a formula down here with stuff that we do know. We do know A is 12 centimeters. So 12 squared plus, we don't know B, we're trying to find B, so B squared equals, and we know C, which is 39. So 39 squared. From here, to solve these, again, for Pythagorean theorem questions, what we do is we use nsolve. So we do nsolve 12 squared plus b squared equals 39 squared. Kind of go downhill. We plug it into our calculator. We do 12 squared plus b squared equals 39 squared. Oh, forgot. We gotta put comma b. Even I forget sometimes. We gotta put comma b because we're solving for b. Comma b, and we get, it is approximately, b is 37.108, and the closest one is choice A, 37.1. The other ones are not even close. So that's how you do that. I would start off by writing down Pythagorean theorem formula and then drawing your arrow from the right angle that points to the hypotenuse, C. So this is the hardest question on the entire test, I think. This one's just really a monster. So, the question asks us down here, what is the annual interest rate on our account given all of this information it gave us up here? So we notice that it says simple interest. This is a big thing to notice. It says simple interest, so we should write down our simple interest formula, which is given to us on our star reference sheet. I equals PRT. I equals PRT. I is our interest, P is our principal, the initial amount of money we invest, R is our interest rate, and T is our time. Alright, so we should probably start off by writing out the things we do know. We don't know, but we can find it. We'll get to that in a bit. Our principal is the initial amount of money that we invest. That's up here. It's our $5,000. We opened our account with it, so that's our principal. So 5,000. Another way to find principal is always a dollar amount. We look for dollars. Our interest rate, that's what we're ultimately trying to find. And our time is 4 years. For time, to find the time in these types of problems, look for years, months, stuff like that. Anything that relates to time. So time is 4 All right. So where to go from here? I would say the thing we should do is we should look for the interest. So this is by how much our money grew over the 4 years. So at the end of our 4 years, so let's draw a timeline. So start, we put $5,000 in. At the end, we have 6,500. And what we're looking for is by how much our money grew. That is our I, that's our interest. So, start with 5,000, end with 6,500. So, we do 6,500 minus 5,000. Again, we're trying to find by how much our money grew. And we notice our money grows by 1,500. 1,500. Our money grows by 1,500. So we can write that down here. We just figured out our interest, 1,500. So we have 3 knowns and 1 unknown. So let's plug back into our formula. So for our I, we plug in this 1,500, 1,500 equals our principal, which is down here. Our principal is 5,000 times our interest rate. Again, we don't know our interest rate. There's no way we can find it. That's what we're looking for. Interest rate. And then our time is 4. Alright. So, here, again, this looks like something we can solve with NSolve, and it is. So, we do NSolve. 1,500 equals 5,000 times R times 4. We're solving for R, so we put comma R at the end, close the parentheses. We do this, so I'm going to go over here, we do this, and we get 0.075, because NSolve doesn't know that we're trying to solve for a percent. So we have to convert this decimal to a percent. We have to go 1, 2, move it 2 times to the right, and we get 7.5%. So our answer is B. Yeah, so these problems, simple and compound interest, are always some of the hardest questions on the test. Just start with your formulas and then go from there. Write down what you know, write down what you're looking for, and then see if you can solve them.